And here's what our forecast panel puts down for him: a 67% chance that he re-signs in Toronto, 33% chance that he goes home. Remember, he's a Southern California native, that he goes back and plays for the Clippers. And Windy, let's talk about the timing on Kawhi, because as I saw your notes coming into the show here this morning, I think there's something in that is very important.
Yeah, Greeny, I think everybody, focuses in free agency on the fit on the team and the salary cap space. And those are important, don't get me wrong. But timing is going to be so important over the next few days. So Kawhi Leonard, according to The Athletic, isn't even meeting with the Clippers until Tuesday. That means he's probably not going to decide till Wednesday, maybe not Thursday. And the teams that are waiting for him are now put in a bind. Like if you're the Los Angeles Lakers and you're trying to pitch Kawhi Leonard, are you going to wait 4 days? All these other free agents may come off the board. If you're the Clippers, are you going to wait 4 days? All these free agents come off the board. In the case of the Clippers, you are, because he's that important to you. In the case of the Raptors, there's no stress because they can't be active in free agency anyway. So the time that he takes to make his decision, there could be a lot of opportunities that get shut on some of these teams.
I think the timing piece of this is really interesting, because we have continued to talk about KD and Kawhi, yes, as though they are the dominoes that will fall and everyone else will follow. But if Kawhi takes his time, and he doesn't have any reason not to, as Windy just explained, it does put a lot of other teams in a holding pattern.
This is a game of poker. And you have to hold your hand and say, okay, I may not have a great hand right now, but I have to plan for the future, and I can bluff. So I think to a certain degree, you have to go out and you have to plan your future. If you're the Lakers, you have to go after. I don't think the Lakers aren't going to be able to get Kawhi anyway. They don't have the cap space, okay? The Knicks are probably the only team in that scenario that might have to move, but the Knicks need pieces anyway. So I think the only really teams it affects are the Knicks and the Clippers, but the Clippers are in a holding position anyway. So I don't think the timing is as big of a deal with the teams involved right now.
It's poker, but it's also in poker they're really usually.
Tell you something about,
go ahead, Windy. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something about the Lakers. So I know the Lakers have been attached to D'Angelo Russell, for example, but D'Angelo Russell is a restricted free agent. And if the Nets get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving committed on Sunday or Monday, fantastic. They'll renounce D'Angelo and he'll become a free agent. But if he remains restricted, the Lakers can't even sign him until July 6th, and they won't know whether they get him until July 8th. They cannot afford to wait until July 6th to see if they can start signing other players if they don't get him. That's why timing over the next week is so important with these top guys.
But Wendy, even if they have $23 million in cap space, are you even going to be able to afford a guy like a D'Angelo Russell if he becomes unrestricted, right? Like, these are things we talk about. Malcolm Brogdon. It's going to take Malcolm Brogdon and the Milwaukee Bucks like at least $26-27 million to pull him away from there. They don't have that kind of flexibility. I think the Lakers are looking more at guys that can fit into that cap space, a Corey Joseph, a Nerlens Noel, maybe a DeAndre Jordan, guys that can fit in that relative realm.
Windy, final word on this.
But yeah, the problem there, Jay, is that what happens if he does become unrestricted on July 4th or July 5th when Durant makes a decision, and then you've already gone and signed 2 or 3 players that are lesser than D'Angelo Russell? It's a real, like you said, I don't think a game of poker could be better stead.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.